YouTube? Welcome back to my channel for some more Samurai Warriors 4 2. So what you're viewing right now is part 3 of the 4-part Unlimited Castle challenge. Unlimited Castle is, I guess, a special addition to the Samurai Warriors franchise, I guess the original console franchise I should say, because it is already a part of the Chronicles 3. So what we're doing here right now, there is, I guess from what I've seen from the options, there are at least 100 stories. So my challenge, this is my first challenge by the way, my challenge I actually died on the 63rd, 64th floor, so unfortunately I did not complete the challenge for you guys. By the way, this is a montage of what happened in part 2, which is me going up from the 20th floor to, I think if I had not mistaken, the 49th floor. So unfortunately this is going to be a post commentary like what I'm doing right now, is due to the fact that during my playthrough that night I was actually having a little trouble with my laptop. Although I'm doing instantaneous commentary during the playthrough, but I guess the voice section, I guess my mic crashed in the middle of the playthrough. I didn't know that because I thought it will be a very swift, I guess, challenge, so I was busy playing and it was like really late at night. I really want to just get things over with and just start a new project for you guys, but unfortunately for myself though, just because I didn't look at the screen that says my mic crashed, and I ended up finishing the game by dying, losing everything I got through the way of battling up 60 something floor, and my recording messed up because I don't have my voice. I only have my voice up till I guess the 30th something, like 30 something minutes in, so I thought of keeping that and then narrate what's afterwards, but then again my voice will sound completely different because I don't know how like usual YouTubers do their recording of content, but because from where I live in my apartment is small as fuck, I don't really get my private space, so I have to set up my mic, take away my mic, set it back again when I need to record, so it's kind of how the reason why every time when I record I sound really different. I do not use those gaming headsets which have the, I guess, both hearing, like the headphones as well as the mic. I use a separate mic, not really a good one because I just randomly got it. I'm not a pro at it, so sorry for the bad audio quality. So if I haven't forgotten, I don't think we've gone all the way up to 49 because apparently it looks like I've stopped at 34, like no 34, so we'll have to see. So continuing into the next part, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 35. Let's have a bet. Yep, it's gonna be 35. So I remember when I first played this part, I was like, that was pretty easy. I just have to take down like these people. And by the way, the only reason why I'm not having much challenge even up till this point is because first of all, I really like Nene, so I guess off screen I train Nene a lot. And also I actually did her 5-star level quest, so what happens is actually she's highly overpowered compared to the rest of the other characters who I played in the main storyline. And then the craziest thing happened. So basically, for some ungodly reason, Chosokabe Motochika actually could resurrect fallen, I guess, comrades. So what happened here is I actually get myself severely ass kicked because I kept on thinking, hey, I killed this guy, so why is he still there? So I end up realizing that's not gonna work. See, it says Fukkatsu, so basically the, I guess, summoned shadow warrior just revived. So I found out what we have to do is either take them out altogether like what I did right now, or I could actually just take him out and then it would stop the revival of all the shadow figures. So I took them out all together to unlock the gate to, I guess, the summoner, which is Chosokabe Motochika. So what happened here is, of course, I took a bit damage from not knowing what to do, so kind of regretted that, and I ended up actually a little bit raging. That's what I remember of my recording, and apparently, exactly like I've said just now, if you don't take out Motochika, they would actually infinite respawn. So I took quite a lot of damage there because myself being kind of dumb, not noticing what to do. So those of you who actually came to watch this series from this video would notice that I tried to pick up all the weapons that they drop, but unfortunately, because this is very high up into, I guess, 1/3 of the whole, I guess, infinity or like unlimited castle. So I think I have a full inventory, so I ended up unable to pick up most of the stuff that I came across. From this point onwards, though, actually not really from this point onwards, but if you actually like every time you go up, I didn't get to actually talk about it during my character running up the stairs. There's actually a blue patch of, I guess, glowing transporter, teleporter like pad that actually allows you to bail out of the challenge whenever you feel like it's necessary to. Had I chose that when I saw myself like having total red HP on the verge of dying, I could have kept whatever I got from my initial challenge, which is the one that you're seeing me post commentating right now. But I was a little bit, I guess, too overly confident, egoistic, so I decided to play till I die. I thought I could still get my loot, but unfortunately for myself though, that's not the case. So I ended up completing the challenge to where I died at, I think, 63 or 64, and completely messing shit up. So those of you who are interested to know why I sound very unentertained right now, once again I am doing my recordings during the late night, so I'm trying really hard not to make overly loud, I guess, speech, so I don't wake up anyone living with me, which are only my grandparents, of course. So yeah. Speaking of which, though, I thought even if I like lost everything when I die, like I don't get to keep any of the, I guess, rewards, I would still get to know what I actually like got all through the way, except for, I guess, the kill streak. I don't even get my kill streak, I remember, because afterwards I actually go back and check out my records. It only says your final, I guess, level that you're on is 60 something, 70 something. I don't even remember because I was so sleepy. I stopped at like 4 something a.m. and I had to work at 9 something, and I was like, holy shit. Like, what did I even say on my recording? Like, what did I just do? Had that recording actually went through and it didn't crash, I'm pretty sure I still have to do it like voice over, like scrap that and do it again, because I'm pretty sure by the time I finish the final floor, I must be like talking gibberish or something. Because first of all, I'm not sure, is it because I'm doing a, I guess, YouTube recording type of playthrough, so I was extra, I guess, not like sensitive, but I'm a little bit stressed out. And plus, you know, like, even though, like, with progression over each floor, you actually get a time increase instead of, like, I guess, a decrease in time. But every time when something's timed, like, see that little blue thing just now? It is where you could actually step on it and it gives you an option to press the circle button to bail out of the challenge. Had I done that, I could have kept myself. But you know what? It's really not hard to actually make a decent amount of cash and weaponry. So I might be considering making a, I guess, speed run for level up, etc. Japanese players, I guess they proclaim that actually doing the Unlimited Castle challenge is more like easier, a way to actually gain the skill books as well as levels that needed for the character to, I guess, grow stronger. But honestly speaking, I don't really think that's gonna make a big difference because, first of all, if you're not playing the 100 level challenge like I'm doing right now, seriously, it's really, really dry going through the exact same levels of the themed rooms. Speaking of which, because I've told you guys on the, I guess, my uploads of the themed room challenge of the Room of Heroes as well as the Room of, I guess, Treasures, is that I messed up my rendering of this clip and then I ended up not uploading this. So I thought I was only messed up on the rendering, but unfortunately every time I open my file again, it just crashes infinitely. So I search, I guess, or mighty Google to find a solution to it, but unfortunately, nothing really worked. So I ended up having to redo the montage. I guess redo the effects, crossfades, whatever that is required to, I guess, restore to the original state that I had before I lost, I guess, my editing. Like, I didn't lose my original video because the only, I guess, issue that occurred was in the Vegas Pro itself. And obviously, I'm not a very good, I guess, video editor. You don't rarely see me do any, I guess, video effects. So I was thoroughly stumped. Um, I've got to say, it took me quite a while to get my gears working again. But fortunately, after I got it back to normal, I still felt like a mood in actually doing some recording, so I did this. Although it's very late at night, once again, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning, because I actually have a series of, I guess, performance related work that is coming up next week. So, I might not be able to upload for a few days, so in order to compensate for that, that's how I feel, because I don't really like to leave, I guess, my viewers dangling, and plus, I actually purchase every single downloadable content available up to this point. Those of you who are interested to know, there's actually 8 scenarios packaged into one. You can actually get like at least 100 yen off for the purchase, so I actually did bought the package with the 8 like side battles. I haven't started it yet, and I will be recording it and bringing it to you guys. I also bought the full course of 4 unique rides for your characters. When I say rides, it's like the horses, but like those who've actually seen some Samurai Warriors, as well as Dynasty Warriors playthroughs of characters riding on unique horses, like those DLC horses. These are actually the similar contents, except they stepped up one, I guess, step further. Like, the package included, I guess, the upgraded version of the Samurai Warriors for Ghostly. I guess the ghost horse. Like, the horse actually is pitch black and has like special armor on it. But the one in Samurai Warriors 4 is actually called the ghost horse, or I guess whatever the frick that was. I don't even remember the name. I haven't downloaded that one on my 4, so I'm not planning to purchase back what I lost in 4. But this one now looks like something that's definitely designed for the Naomasa, because it has like matching color schemes to his outfit. The second ride, I think, is the Kirin, like the majestic legendary beast of Chinese and Japanese mythology. That one looks kind of cool, because I look at the tiny little screenshot before I actually did the purchase. It's pretty neat, I have to say. Unfortunately though, because I've unlocked it, the Matsukaze. I don't even know if that's the correct name, but judging from the kanji characters, it's Matsu and Kaze, so I'll just pretend it is. If I'm wrong, please let me know, because I'm not really good at names, especially Japanese names. So, Matsukaze has maxed out stats of durability, speed, and attack, all 15. But I think the DLC contents have each with a stat that's 50, and the other one is like close to 50, 45, 47-ish. Apart from those two, there's actually the, I guess, Happy Chinese New Year once again. The panda with a kung fu top. Those of you who actually played the recently released English version of Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires should have known that riding a panda is very common in the Dynasty Warriors franchise, because they always put up these unique little, I guess, rides for you, as well as the Nanman elephant. I guess the last one is actually the grizzly bear, which is also one of those free rides you get in Dynasty Warriors, even the normal franchise. Because when you play the Shosei mode, you actually get to unlock weird rides. Like, you get different colored horses, and you can also get the red hair through, I guess, 100 consecutive battles. Yeah, that's what the requirement was, right? I don't even remember, man. The Extreme Legends, though, I haven't played that for like God knows how long. But will I be playing that? Meh, maybe. Maybe I'll do some throwbacks and stuff, like throwback shit. I'm not planned yet, of course. Um, Speaking of which, for those of you who are curious, what about the female character extremely sexy DLC? Well, because I like my girls a lot too, so I've purchased every single outfit for every single female characters. Um, Before though, I really missed the, I guess Dynasty, not Dynasty, Samurai Warriors 4. There's actually several really good outfits for Mitsunari. I think one of them was him wearing like his PJs and he was like in slippers and stuff. That was cute. And there was another one with alternative hair color, the hair color that he had in 3. And I think there was like the Generations outfit. That was totally a money ripper because they introduced the Samurai Warriors 1 outfit for the characters that already existed back then. They also introduced the second generation, third generation, etc. As well as, I guess, the usual drill, sexy female characters always. That's what they do, and that's why we purchase. I might be actually showing them off in the DLC battles. I'm not sure yet because I'm pretty sure the DLCs won't be featuring mostly only female characters. Yes, there is one that I saw in, I guess, the list of packaged DLC battle. There was one that called the, I guess, the loveliest couple battle. You already know what that's gonna mean, right? You get to choose from characters that are known to be historically, I guess, bonded as wives and husband. So it's going to be one of those battles that actually get to showcase a certain few female characters. So watch out for that. Although it's kind of gonna be ridiculous when, I guess, events and cutscenes start, they will be in their costume. But you know what? It's YouTube, and I know you guys are curious to know. I'm not sure will these DLCs be available if you guys actually do get a English version of the game. So in case they don't actually release the English version of Samurai Warriors, which is unfortunately a shame though, because they do release Dynasty Warriors, then why not Samurai Warriors though? But you know what? We can't really argue with what to release, what to not, right? Because DSRB, etc., you know, censoring. Because I don't know, man. They have games that actually can have you blow people's head clear off Sunday. Like those games actually have extreme graphical violence. Like if you play The Evil Within, like I did, I actually uninstalled it off my hard drive because I suck so badly that it took me like 2 months to finish it in extreme anguish. So meh. But those of you who are curious to know, like Japan censors a lot of, I guess, hardcore violence if they have to. Yes, they have really violent games too, like the Duna Gotoku. I don't even know what's the English name for that because I only purchased the Japanese version, which is talking about like those Yakuza battles and you literally get to like dice people into little chomp chomps. But you know, interested that for, I guess, those, I don't know, they don't call it R-rated. I think it's like Cero E or Cero D. I don't remember. They have a grading system called CRO. Is this Cero or Caro? I don't know. But like if you play the Evil Within in the Japanese, like the Japanese copy, which is called the Psycho Break, which actually matches, I guess, the whole theme of. From this point on, it's not really spoilers anymore. This game has been out since, I guess, October. Psycho Break, because of, I guess, what Rubik really is, the main villain. I think it's like Psycho for sure. He's definitely a crazy mofo. Coming back to Psycho Break in Japan, like if you play the English version or you actually see people play, like there's a lot of walkthroughs of it on the internet, and if you die though, like any death scene is so violent, man. Like you get your head chopped off. Like decapitation is only the beginning. Like if you play against the spider woman boss, sometimes if you unfortunately get caught by her, like the one-hit kill smashes your face into nothing. You get beheaded by the box head man, like all sorts of death. And then there's the merry-go-round beheading, etc. And when you get your magnum, you actually could blow the head off of your opponent if you aim properly. The Japanese version, which my friends were playing because they're Japanese, they're like, oh you guys get the really gruesome version. I'm like, what did you guys get? And they're like, oh, even if we actually literally beheaded the opponent, the head stays there. I'm like, okay, so is this game accessible to kids? No, you have to be 20 years older and above to purchase this game. I'm like, then it makes no freaking sense because that's the legal age for being an adult, and you still show no violence? Really? You're not killing people, you're killing zombies though. And then guess what? Another cheapo way to actually let you see the violence that you wanted to see is actually like a patch that you can purchase in a DLC. Say if you like have age proved like on the PSN, like oh they know that you're like more than 20 years old, they would be like, do you wish to purchase the gore package? And I'm like, are you for real? Are you just freaking for real? But yeah, a lot of weird things happen. I don't even know why I was like talking about Samurai Warriors all of a sudden, and then totally got sidetracked to the extent that I went to talk about the evil within. And how did I get there? I don't know. I don't like recently because I've been doing a lot of overtime work, so I kind of get myself really just like brain damage extreme, man. Like I know what I'm doing, but it's just like my train of thoughts just literally go like derailed really instantly after I start talking about stuff that is so not related. Oh yeah, the ESRB. So yeah, coming back to the ESRB situation is that, like, I don't know, man, because for Nintendo games and a lot of those stuff that are actually translated into the English version for American release, a lot of unnecessary censoring was included. Like in Pokemon games, like, you cannot use the word butt, like, you can't use balls, like, okay, I get it, there's a lot of, like, adult jokes and, like, behind it, but then sometimes for kids, they're like, oh, say, like, Voltorb looks like a ball, then why can't I call it balls, right? So, okay, self-censoring. And like some games, like if you have overly sexy characters, like you get their clothes modified specifically for, I guess, North American release. Like, okay, North American games are the big daddy of violence games. Like, yeah, I get it, man. Like, they have the freaking Mortal Kombat and shit. Yeah, I got it, man. Like, totally I do. Like, for a, I guess, a market known for releasing kind of gory games, it's really surprising that, like, why don't they release Samurai Warriors? I don't know, did they not release the previous version of 3, but, like, I obviously don't purchase the English games at all, because, back then when it was in, like, Samurai Warriors 2, they had the English dub, and, oh my gosh, if you guys actually listen to that shit, you know how bad it was, and don't even blame me, I totally just literally died playing it. I only play that in English is because my friend doesn't own a, I guess, Japanese PS2 to begin with. So yeah, we ended up playing on, like, the English version, and I was like, holy bananas, man, I really don't like it. So, I think, this video would end, after I completed the 49th floor challenge, which I think it is this one, because, just like you guys to know that the whole challenge took more than 1.5 hours, and uploading and rendering might take a while. So thank you guys for your patience though, and support, of course. For a channel like mine, I usually don't really go promote it off my friend circle and stuff. I just wanted to do it. It's not like I wanted to achieve something big. It's just like, I like this game, playing it for you guys. Hope you guys like it too. And in case it's like what one of my viewers said, there might not be an official release of Samurai Warriors 4 2, because I don't know. On the tags when you upload, there is Samurai Warriors 4. So I presume that Samurai Warriors 4 is released in English. But 4 2, just like most of the people suggested, it is not really a proper sequel to the game. So I guess the chances for that to be released could be pretty slim. So all in all, I hope those of you who actually don't want to purchase the Japanese version right now, or by the time you guys watch this when the game actually officially releases and need some help and, I guess, guidance, you can check my walkthrough, although I'm not the best player on the internet, I have to admit. But for those of you who are, hey, I don't know if I want to go purchase that game, it is coming out, so let's see if there's any references to it. Because obviously, like if you search in Japanese, there's more than enough players who actually did play this game. But however, first of all, not every, I guess, viewer on the internet could type Japanese. So, thank you guys for watching. So I'll see you guys in the next battle.